Hello, this is part two of the backup system, and we will advance in one stage. I designed it by myself because I didn't find any suitable backup system. I don't know, maybe people don't use 12 volt at their homes. They don't use. I saw other circuit designs, but nothing at all that that I wanted. So my next version, the first designed version was um, with the relay. What is the relay? I promise to explain what is this concept. A relay is a coil. Oh, here there is a coil. It's a mechanical device that connects or disconnects the electricity, the current from its sockets. I will let you understand in a few minutes. No problem. It's a very simple device. So there is one contact here, one contact here, and let's say one contact here. There is uh, there are sockets over here, and there is the, I don't know how to call it, maybe a handle or something like this. And this handle is located here, and there is a small spring that connects it to the wall of the box. So what happens here is very simple. Whenever you energize this coil with, for example, minus, and this side with plus, it makes electronic, elect, elect, how it's called, magnetic, a magnetic field that um, pulls this handle to this direction. So now it's already on this direction, but let's say I will change the color to that the the other color, or more or less. It can be, generally it's in this position, and once the relay is energized with plus and minus, the the handle goes to the right. And what it does, it jumps from here to here. It means that if you give current from this side, whenever it's the relay, this is the relay, uh, the, the whole package is the relay, yes? So whenever uh, the coil is energized, whenever it's not energized, this current will go to this direction when the metal is on the left. Whenever it's not energized, and whenever it is energized, let's check other color that I didn't use. And whenever it is energized, it makes magnetic connection and the handle, the metal goes to this direction, and the current now that comes from here will turn and will change to this side. That's the whole biblical, the whole story about the relay. Just a minute, please. Okay, so what I want to do now is detect if there is uh, voltage on one side, connect the relay. If there is no voltage, don't connect it. So let's see how we are doing this. If this is the relay, and I will try to do it very, very simple. Now, if there is voltage, just take the battery from here, just a minute. So just take the battery from here and pass it to the house. Now, if there is no electricity at the house, take another but change the relay to this direction. On just a minute. No, I did it on the other side. I did it on the. Sorry, let's erase it just a minute. And here, now it's totally on the other side is going on. I'm tell you like this. Now there is, what is this? Oh, there is a battery over here that goes to this direction. This is a spare battery. This is our spare battery. And there is another, and there is the home supply. Uh, I will paint it as a battery as well. And this is this and minus. Now over here, over here we have our home, and this is the door. Now, let's make the relay fixed, and I will pull this metal bar and take this wire inside the home, and of course the home has ground as well. So what happens here is whenever this triangle, and I will explain what this triangle is, whenever this senses that there is electricity, it doesn't do anything, and the electricity will flow through this bar down to the home. And whenever this triangle, it, by the way, it's operational amplifier. Operational amplifier is very, very common IC, integrated circuit in electronics, and there are many kinds, and it can do many things, also in audio, in amplifying, many, many things. Here I use it as a comparator. Which means it compares the voltage between two sides. So whenever it senses that there is no electricity on this side, it energizes the coil. There is a coil inside this relay and makes this bar change to the other side. So now the electricity will flow this direction, and the home, our home, will not feel anything. Generally, it will not feel anything because um, this operational amplifier senses and changes the relay, and the house will light as well. But there is some small, I said it will not change anything. Well, it will, there is a change, a small change of time between the time that this bar changes to this, from this side to this side. It takes about a few milliseconds, a few 1,000ths of a second. It can take 20 milliseconds or maybe 100 milliseconds, I don't know. And while this short time, there will not be electricity. So maybe we will uh, um, notice this change, or maybe or we might not notice, but the electricity appliances will notice. For example, a clock that is hanging on the wall, if you don't give it a supply of, for example, 100 milliseconds or more, it might forget all the time. So this is why if I have a clock at home, let's say this is a clock, it has its own backup uh, system with batteries, and this I explained the previous video, one before or two before. Yes, a previous video I explained about this small backup system. So this is generally the method of sensing the voltage at home and changing a relay to put the electricity from other source into the house. But now the next video, I will show you the complications.